What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Let's get this video started off with this clip, non-main street, and this right here is exactly why you buy a dash cam. This cyclist right here cuts right in front of Dylan, and you can just tell by the way he cuts him off and is looking backwards that this guy is looking for an insurance payout. Dylan points to the dash cam here. He's like, hey, I've got a dash cam, and even though this guy's mouthy, he just ends up walking off because he knows he's lost. Let's get into a bunch of other scooter and cyclist videos like this one from Simon, where this scooter rider runs the stop sign, 3 or 4 seconds after this light has gone green. And we all know it's the city of Vancouver, so every road's a bike lane, right? And then similar situation here with Michael. And at least if you're going to do stupid things, wear a helmet, for crying out loud. The funny thing about this video is that this cyclist isn't even in the bike lane, they're in the crosswalk. This video right here has got to be one of the biggest fails I've ever seen. This guy is just driving along and then smashes right into this Tesla for no reason whatsoever. Looks like it takes him a while to recover here, and this ended up being a hit and run. So if you know who this guy is, let the police know, because he just ends up riding off. For this video clip, Murdo is not the one at fault. This truck driver is, who's trying to make his own right turn lane out of thin air. And as we all know, this spot on Marine Drive is busy, and this guy almost ends up hitting Murdo in the process. Crossing the street while not looking left? What could possibly go wrong? Alright, so let's get into some distracted driving clips, starting with this driver who's driving the wrong way and smashes into a parked car. And you can only imagine the story they have to tell ICBC when they see this footage and they're like, yeah, that car came out of nowhere. I don't know what happened. So keep your eye on the car on the left. They slowly inch over and just end up bonking right into the back of this pickup truck. And the car flips its hood up as if it's like putting up its hands like, yep, that was us, we screwed up, our bad. When you smash into the back of someone without barely even touching the brakes, the only reason why that happened was because you're distracted. When you're driving like a Formula 1 driver in the rain, but your car disagrees with the style of driving that you're doing. If you're new to driving and you're looking for one takeaway from this whole channel, it's don't proceed through an intersection unless you see that it's clear to do so. So it's a little difficult to see, but up ahead is a police officer, I guess doing speed checks or whatever. And I guess he doesn't realize that the sun is to his back and this driver almost runs him over. And you can tell by the way the police officer is walking up to this car that he is going to have a strong word with this driver. This instant karma clip is sent in by WestCan, and I know a lot of you in the past have said, oh, well, drivers driving up behind ambulances are probably following their loved ones or whatnot. But if I was a betting man, I would bet that these gentlemen right here are not, and this police officer probably agrees with me here. I've said it once, but I'll say it again. I believe this spot in Richmond, close to YVR, is the worst spot to drive in the Lower Mainland, and this video right here is just a perfect demonstration why, because nobody knows which lane to be in and they just go for it even though it's not even clear. And I think this is almost in the exact same spot, but on the other side of the street. So this is going northbound, and keep your eye on the cab on the right here. It's not his fault that he almost gets in an accident. It's this silver SUV coming up on the left here just in a second, who just crosses over the solid white line like nobody's business, and he just almost gets rear-ended in the process because he has no idea what's going on around him. Two things come to mind from this video. One, how the hell did this happen? And two, could you imagine what would have happened if Jason wasn't paying attention? And then Jason's got another wrong way video, and this is just so confusing to me because right here there's two solid yellow lines, all right? And there's also a sign later on saying stay to the right, but somehow this driver just decides to go onto the wrong side of the road. And fortunately they see, I guess, the truck coming or the sign saying don't enter. But you know who the real hero is here? Is this paramedic right here who's using the vehicle to steer this lost sheep back onto the path they're supposed to be on. Chris recorded this driver driving on the wrong side of the road, and I get a lot of videos from this spot, and I'm just really confused because, there's this giant island right in the middle of this road, and somehow people always end up on the left side of it, which is very bizarre. And then Shangdong captured this video where, yes, I know he did not stop at the red light, I know, but these two drivers right here shouldn't be using the wrong side of the road to turn left. This video is just wild to me because this driver, I don't know what's going through his mind, but he can see all of these cars coming to his left, and he's just going to hit the brakes hard and hang a sharp left and go on into oncoming traffic. I just don't get it. You'd think in the night when you see headlights coming at you, it'd be a little bit easier to tell that, hey, I'm on the wrong side of the road, but Tanvir knows what's going on. This other driver, on the other hand, doesn't. Here's another head-scratching moment. Franco here is going to do everything right, okay? He's going to go into the roundabout. He's going to go straight. This white Golf cuts him off, and then he's shaking his head at Franco like, oh, how dare you drive and follow the rules of the road? Like, what? So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think is going on here. So this video is sped up 2 times speed. And this driver, first of all, goes through the left turn lane, and unfortunately it happens. But as you see, he just continues this behavior and has this like fascination for driving in the middle of a road. Yeah, like I said, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think is going on here. This guy has only one thing on his mind: run from the police. This guy also could be running from the police, or he's found out a good spot where he can get gas for cheap. So I don't have audio on due to copyright issues with the radio music, but if you take a listen, this driver has the audacity to honk and just hold down his horn at this white SUV, even though he's the one running the red light. Now let's get into some other red light runner clips like this one from Howard, and it's a really good thing that Howard here is paying attention because otherwise he would have been T-boned so quickly in this situation. So Franco's got another red light runner, and this time it's a truck, and I know a lot of these trucks can't stop as quickly as cars, but if they know they can't stop as quickly, they of all people should be paying more attention because they can do way more damage in a crash. And then we got this driver in Surrey who basically threads the needle right through 2 cars as he's running his red light. I got quite the debate on this video, so you guys let me know, who do you guys think's at fault here? Personally, I feel like the car could have made it through and should have been allowed through, but I know some of you are going to say, no, he should have stopped. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. What is going on with this cab driver? He's like stopped in this roundabout, and I know Ililu, I think I'm pronouncing that right, has space to hang a right, but could this cab driver not have just followed the route around the roundabout like everybody else is doing? Many of you are going to recognize this spot on Highway 1, basically just near the Castor connector, and what's funny about this is both these drivers cross solid white lines and they're both not signaling, so I guess they're both at fault here. This is Richmond for you. First of all, you got this driver who's going to hang a left in the right turn only lane, even though there's a lane right to his left that he would have this opportunity to do that. But then you also have this driver running the red light right in front of him. So this black Toyota on the left side of the screen is going to hang a crazy right turn over 2 lanes. And I'm seeing this more and more, so I want to ask you, be honest answer here. How many of you do this, and if so, why? When you make hasty moves without signaling, without checking if cars are around you, that's when you get into stupid car accidents. Fortunately, this doesn't happen here, but it very well could have. I think you know exactly what I'm going to say on this one. Natalie got caught up in this scary situation where this L driver just drives out right in front of her and almost gets in an accident. And I don't understand, like, is the supervisor paying attention? Is like the L driver not even looking left? Like, what's going on here? when the police are too busy looking at their computers to notice you driving around them. Behold, one of the slowest cutoffs I think I've seen in a very long time. And you think with all that extra time that they have to make this left turn, that they would at least look right. If this red SUV on the left-hand side of the screen didn't see this Porsche coming, this Taycan driver would have been paying a lot of money. This jaywalker has no idea what's going on and can't even see any of these cars coming around. Next time, he should probably use a crosswalk. Alright, as always, thank you so much for watching this. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. You can now follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I now have a Facebook, so if you have that, be sure to follow me on there as well. And you can also email me videos, Vancouver driving videos at outlook.com. All that info will be in the description below as well.